Hi everyone, this is Zeeshan Usmani and you are here with me at Cambridge University. This is one of the oldest universities in the world. It got established in 1209. So literally it is 810 years old. Cambridge University has produced 120 Nobel Prize winners, 32 in physics alone. This is the maximum number of Nobel Prize winners produced by any universities in the world. It has 18,000 students and 31 colleges. Cambridge University has 100 libraries that contain 7 million books, including the personal diary of Charles Darwin and handwritten manuscript by Isaac Newton. This is one of the best colleges out there, and this is Cambridge University. This is the place where in 1897, J.J. Thomson led the discovery of electrons that lays the foundation of modern physics. This is the very place where in 1932, Crook and Watson split the atom, and this is the very place where in 1953, Dr. Watson and Cook led the discovery of structure of the DNA that led to the Nobel Prize. Thank you very much. Hi guys, this is Cambridge Judge Business School. I'm here for my advanced leadership program. The school was established in 1990. The center where we are attending program, Simon Sainsbury Center, was just established last year. The school has 70 faculty members and 16 research centers. Please walk with me and I'll show you the classrooms. Thank you. Hi everyone, so this is my classroom at Advanced Leadership Programs. Advanced Leadership Program ALP consists of 3 weeks. In first week, we talk about sensing. It's about finding new opportunities, where the growth areas are, what trends are coming in the market. We talk about artificial intelligence, its impact on economy, its impact on future of work, its impact on government. We talk about globalization 4.0 and the probability of globalization retreat. We talk about circular economy, we talk about alternative finance. So the first week was more about stretching and going beyond the imagination of your own business arenas and your own thinking and see what's ever happening in the world. Second week was more about building the strategic response. So with the changes that coming into the market, that coming in the future, how do you prepare yourself? The second part of the second week was more about personal coaching. We talk about 360 feedback, we talk about social capital, we talk about our network worth. And then the last week was more about quantifying the impact, your own personal leadership style, what you would do to deal with those changes in the program. So this is the classroom, how it would look like. You see all of those value curves on the board. For example, this is the value curve where we compare charity organization all over the world. So we compare Bitmall with Kiva and Akhwat of Pakistan. So what are the features we need? What are the features fulfilled by each of those companies, and where we can create our own value. Hey guys, say hi. Say hi. Hello. That's my group for tomorrow. Say hi. Blessing, say hi. Hello. So this is where we eat. This is chicken, and you see this is halal. And this is the rest of my class. Let's meet the class. Hey guys, sorry, say hi. Hi there. Hello. So now we will go and I'll show you the prayers room where we pray. So this is the prayer mat where we pray. This is our prayers room. Dr. Stelios, thank you for talking to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zeeshan. It's my pleasure.
So just wanted to ask why you started the ALP program. What's your vision behind it?
So the Advanced Leadership Program is, if I position it within the broader offering that we have, right, the most advanced in terms of seniority of the people that attend program. And I think a university like the University of Cambridge, and in particular the Judge Business School, should have an offering of that sort, because we can add quite some interesting perspectives when it comes to senior leadership. The program has a few objectives that make it a unique offering in my perspective. It's, first of all, it's positioned at the highest possible level of organizational decision making, and it tries to address the difficulty that leaders face in today's world, where a lot of changes happen simultaneously with respect to technologies, with respect to societies, with respect to the global macroeconomic conditions, geopolitical shifts, and get them prepared to lead their organizations in the presence of such a volatile, let's say, environment. I think the capacity of being in a university that has survived 800 years, and for better or worse, we have seen quite some changes happening over those 800 years, gives us a unique capability to combine two fundamental principles that describe the ethos of the place here. And in that way, create a spirit for the program that really passes on those capabilities to the participants. The first thing is the rigor. We tend to look at things and we want to understand rigorously why certain things happen. So this is not about high-level superficial understanding, but this is about us really diving deep and enabling our participants to benefit from deeper thinking, what I tend to call thoughtful leadership, in a sense. At the same time, the place is characterized by an entrepreneurial approach to things. We are not, as a program, as a school, as a university, coming to participants with a given perspective that says, here's how XYZ company did it, just read the particular document, case, paper, whatever it is, and you're going to be finding the answers. No. We need to be giving you the tools that will allow each one of the participants to really think about their own contextual parameters, think deeply about the underlying causes of phenomena, and come up, problem solve, identify the best ways of them for addressing things, which, in my view at least, this is a fundamental characteristic of leadership within the context of what we're going through today. The fact that we're doing that now, borrowing from the knowledge that our research centers and the faculty, the top class research faculty that we have at the school can offer, that's very helpful. We have a number of research centers that are specializing in very unique topics that lend themselves for successful insights. And at the same time, we're doing that in a classroom size which is meaningful for people to learn from each other, intimately get to know how each one of us is thinking about the particular conditions, but having enough of a scale to make that learning meaningful. So a class size around 25 people is sort of the optimal size that we have figured along these lines. Pulling all those things together, in my view at least, as a director of the program, creates a unique offering that's extremely competitive in the landscape of business schools out there. Zeeshan, being in the program, coming to us, a couple of questions to really reflect back on, right? First, what was the reason that made you choose us as a program, given that this is a competitive landscape and we're cognizant of this? And at the same time, giving us a perspective of whether the program has met the objectives that you had in mind or not.
Okay. So it was a tough decision for me as well, because I'm a learning geek. So I've attended 176 MOOCs in last couple of years, attended 20 executive programs. So I attended a program in Spain, in Japan, in South Korea, at Oxford in UK as well, a couple of programs in USA, a couple of other places as well. So it was, I was looking for a very unique program. So most of the executive programs are focused on single dimension, like technology versus leadership versus management. I was looking for a good blend of the breadth and depth of the subject. So, and when I read about the program's guidelines and everything, so I thought that that's the program that I wanted. And I'm so glad that I came here. This is one of the best experiences I've ever had.
I'm really happy, really glad to hear that. If you would try to codify some of the key takeaways, some of the learnings that you have out of the program, give me a sense of them.
So number one, interesting thing was the shared experience of Cambridge, 800-year-old university that produced 120 Nobel Prize winners, 32 in physics alone, where you can find the handwritten notes by Charles Darwin, Isaac Newton, 31 colleges, 18,000 students, 100 libraries. I love books, 7 million books. That was just amazing. So it's the experience that you create is like a Disney World for education for me. You got all kind of experiences. That there is the experience that cannot be matched by anyone else. Second thing I find is the experience. So I wasn't expecting that much experienced faculty. So combined with all of the faculty members, we have 500 years of experience. And you talk about, big data by Neil Lawrence, who is the chair of the DeepMind, and then, about the impact of database culture from the Stilwell, who was one of the guys who was involved in the Cambridge Analytica apps development, and then Dr. Sir Richard Dearlove, who heads the MI6, and then Wilson Barron, who was the head of the civil services, British civil services. So the kind of experience I got was like amazing. Another very, very interesting, unique thing I found, which I wasn't expecting, I was quite surprised, is the diversity. So we had 58 sessions so far by 26 faculty members. Those 26 faculty members came from 12 different countries. So you talk about that V20 came from 18 countries, those come from 12 different countries, they speak 8 different languages. And the acceptance of diversity, like I've been offered a separate prayer room. The breaks were adjusted for my prayer timings. I get halal food in lunchtime. So the diversity was quite awesome. Another interesting thing I found is about the cross-functional knowledge. So when we go to the executive course, they talk about AI and they talk about data sciences. Here what we find that what are these different areas, so like sensing, and how they intermingle with each other. So we talk about 3D printing and then talk about AI and how 3D printing is going to change the industry in supply chain and construction, and then how AI is interacting with big data and big data is interacting with the alternative finance and blockchain. So you put everything in perspective. So you put everything in one string and you see how the world works. So that was quite interesting for me as well. One thing I find very unique is the humbleness and the health of the faculty. This is the most healthiest faculty I ever find. Everybody is in perfect shape. It looks like they will go for another 50 years. Nobody with a big tummy.
We work a lot on that. That admittedly, but it's a good observation actually.
Yeah, like this is the only program when we talk about personal coaching, we talk about health and fitness and stretching and all of those things. So like everything put together. And faculty is humble. I do not see any faculty who would come in a class for lecture and brags about himself for 15 minutes. Nobody even mentioned the word doctor as a title. You are Stelios and you are Ginakos and whatnot, Tracy. So they don't talk and brag about themselves. Whenever we ask, we said, okay, whatever little we know, this is what we think. And I find them very frequently calling that, I do not know. That's very, very unique characteristics. When you become a faculty, sitting in a Cambridge, everybody, treat like differently and say, okay, we know everything. So this is here I find faculty very, very humble, and it's very unique, engaging style of communication as well. Few assignments and the exercise I find very, very helpful, like the change flow simulation. I wish I would have learned this 20 years ago in my career. I would be in a totally different place. Coming from a techie geek background, it never occurred to me that there are people who can teach me those things as well. Talking about ethics, AI, 3D printing, and the uncertainty, unknowns was just an amazing experience overall.
And I think if I piggyback a bit on what you just said about the faculty, right? Not because I'm a faculty in this, but I think what you see there really resonates with, as I said before, the ethos of the university, in the sense that this place makes you humble. Even if you think that you know a lot of things, when you compare yourselves with some of the figures that have gone through the place, the Newtonses, the Francis Bacons, the Maynard Keyneses of this world, right? All of a sudden, you start measuring your words a bit in terms of what exactly you can offer. I think that's a great observation, but at the same time, I think it's that humbleness that really makes us capable of drawing the best out of the participants, getting them to really address their challenges themselves. We are not here to preach our view of the world. We're here to facilitate, discuss, engage, and build together with the participants what they can do. I think that's a great observation.
Yeah, one line that literally pierced through my heart when we were at Polar Institute, the professor says that we are here, we are the gatekeeper of the knowledge. We are here to give you the complete truth, not the half truth, not the part of the truth that we like. If you are asked, we are obliged to give you the complete picture. And it was very, very unique. We have people, J.D. Prabhu, who wrote God Innovation. When he talks about India, it was very, very candid. People talking about China, people talking about Africa. So very, very honest, candid feedback and the knowledge that we got, which is unbiased and quite transparent and quite complete, I would say.
Fantastic. I'm really, really happy to hear this.
So this is Simon Sainsbury Center, where we are taking our course. It was established in 2018, just last year, where we are attending our advanced leadership program. And this is Judge Business School. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. This is Zeeshan Usmani.